children, let us see what exactly is Schrodinger wave equation. The Schrodinger wave equations can be simply written as H cap psi is equal to E psi, where H cap is called Hamiltonian operator, E is called acceptable energy function. Mind you that the purpose of this seemingly simple but really complicated equation is to arrive at acceptable values of psi. The acceptable value of psi describes the electron wave. You notice that a wave can have a positive direction and a negative direction. Therefore, the psi can also be positive and negative. The sign of the psi is indicative of direction only, but it has nothing to do with charge of electron. What exactly do you mean by psi? Psi itself has no physical significance, but psi square represents the most probable space of finding an electron around the nucleus. In fact, we do represent psi with the three numbers actually. Say you write psi 210, or you can write psi 100, or you can say psi 321. What all this means? The psi is depicting the particular orbital. If you are writing 321, you are representing the electron wave which is there in third main energy level, which is having a azimuthal quantum number, angular momentum quantum number 2. If angular momentum quantum number is 0, you know it is S orbital. If it is 1, it is called p orbital. If it is 2, it is called d orbital. So you are talking of third energy level d orbital, whose magnetic quantum number is 1. Magnetic quantum number depends on the value of the azimuthal quantum number. You know that you require 4 quantum numbers, namely L, M, S, to describe an electron completely. The n is principal quantum number. Its number can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. By and large, it decides the radial distance of an electron and also energy of the electron. Whereas L is called angular momentum quantum number. Actually, it gives the angular momentum as root of L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi, where L value, if it is 0, it is talking of s orbital, 1 means talking of p orbital, so on. Notice, always the L value depends on n value. If n is 5, L can be maximum 4. It can also be 3, 2, 1, 0. Notice, L value can never be equal to n value, and L value can be 1 unit less than n value up to 0. So you know that L value decides the name of the orbital we are generally referring to. So the principal quantum number decides the value of L. L in turn decides the value of magnetic quantum number, how many orientations this particular orbital can take. M values will be equal to L value. They can be from minus L value up to 0 to plus L value. It means 2L plus 1 values the magnetic quantum number can take. It means these many orientations are possible for orbital corresponding to that L value. If you say L is equal to 1, it is a p orbital. P orbital can have 2L plus 1, that is minus 1, 0, plus 1, 3 values for magnetic quantum number. It means the p orbital can have 3 orientations. One is in x direction called px orbital, one is in y direction called py orbital, one is in z direction called pz orbital. So when you are talking of this orbital, the description related to the wave function or this wave, electron wave, is obtained by acceptable solutions of Schrodinger wave equation. Now wonderful, when you are looking at this orbital, the probability of finding an electron in these two lobes for p orbital is 95%. But between these two lobes, in this plane, the probability of finding an electron, psi square, is equal to 0. That is called nodal plane. Nodal plane. It is a two-dimensional plane. Sometimes it is called angular node, where the probability of finding an electron is 0. It is given by L value. For s orbital, there is only spherical shape and no nodal plane, no nodal plane, no radial, no nodal plane, no angular node. For p orbital, there is one nodal plane. What is the nodal plane of px orbital? See, if you are talking of px, yz is its nodal plane. What is the nodal plane of py orbital? For py, xz is the nodal plane. What is the nodal plane of pz orbital? It is xy plane. Look at the letter which you are using is to be excluded to arrive at the nodal plane of p orbital. Now, if you are talking of d orbitals L value is 2, so they have two nodal planes. How to work out the nodal planes of d orbital? If you are talking of dxy orbital, which is like this, its nodal planes, what letter you left? Z. So, its nodal planes are xz and yz. What are the nodal planes of dyz orbital? In dyz orbital, you left out the letter x in xyz. So, you can say nodal planes are xy and xz. For example, what are the nodal planes of dzx? Its nodal planes are zx means yz and xy. What are the nodal planes of dx square minus y square? Notice this dx square minus y square is a d orbital that is lying on the axis. All the p orbitals px, py, pz lie on the axis. Dx square minus y square is also lying on the axis, and its nodal planes are like in between this axis. And for dx square minus y square orbital also nodal planes lie in xz and yz directions, but they are across. Mind you, dz square orbital is having totally different shape. The dz square orbital, which is extending on a z axis with a tire, is also having two angular nodes which are conical in shape. Okay. So, this is the idea that how many nodal planes are equal to L value for any dam orbital. That is very important. Okay, sir. Also, always notice that the three quantum numbers, namely n, L and m, are derived from Schrodinger wave equation. Spin quantum number is not derived from Schrodinger wave equation. Only spin quantum number values are not dependent on the values of other quantum numbers. Notice that L value is decided by n. N value is decided by, n value decides L, L value decides M, but no other quantum number decides the value of spin quantum number. It can be plus of and minus of. It is not derived from Schrodinger wave equation. That is one most important point. Now, we will be examining the variation of probability in radial distance from nucleus. The variation of probability of finding an orbital in radial distance from the nucleus is given by what is called a radial probability curve. Radial probability curve is a graph plotted for d function versus radial distance, and d function is actually given by 4 pi r square psi square dr. The d function depicts the probability of finding an electron in a layer located at a distance r from the given nucleus. And notice the radial probability curve for 1s orbital has only one peak. Number of peaks a particular orbital can have is given by n minus L value. For example, you want to plot a radial probability curve for 5p. For 5p, n minus L value is 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. So, it will have 4 peaks. So, in the radial probability curve, whatever you see that it is touching the x-axis is representing a radial node, or it is representing a nodal region. Notice that nodal region is a three-dimensional space where there is no probability of finding an electron, and how many nodal regions 6d orbital can have? You can work out. Number of nodal regions is given by n minus L minus 1, 6 minus 2 minus 1. That it has how many nodal regions? 3 nodal regions. How many nodal planes d orbital has? Nodal planes are given by L value. L value of any d orbital is always 2. So, total number of nodes any dam orbital has is given by n minus 1. So, there are 3 formulae I am pointing out. Nodal plane is a plane where there is no probability of finding an electron given by L value. Nodal region is given by n minus L minus 1, it is 3D. Total number is given by n minus 1. So, if you remember these facts, you can answer several questions. The acceptable values of psi are called eigen values or eigen functions. Thank you.